So, as what I have promised, I will be showing also the plants that I have in my dining room. Okay, so if you have an area where it's kind of big dining room, you can actually also put some plants in it. But of course, if you have a small area, then you can consider putting some small plants in some of the corners, or maybe you have a window sill just near. And a lot of houses, they have window sills in their dining room. So how will you do it? You choose plants that you can put, maybe not this kind that are very tall, but a shorter plants that you can put in your windowsill, because it's also very important that when you put your plants, you don't cover everything in the windowsill, that you don't see anymore what is outside, because having windows and seeing what is outside, it's also very beautiful. Especially, as what I said, if you live in a country where you have winter, you will experience plants, you will experience some kind of a garden or some kind of beautiful plants inside your houses. And at the same time, you will see the beauty outside, because winter time, it's another kind of beauty you will see outside, kind of nature you will see outside, and especially if you live in a country where you have snow. So as you see here in this area, and this is our dining table. So as you see here, I have my plants here. These plants are actually plants that you can only put outside when it's summer. And some people, they throw it after the summer, but me, I kept it and I let them grow bigger. And I love these plants. So here I have a rubber plant. When I bought this plant, it's only around like 4 inches tall. But as you see now, it's kind of almost 3 meters already. Well, I have here a citrus plant. I think this one actually, I don't know if it's orange, I totally forgot, but I think this is an orange plant. When I bought it, it's only like 1 foot tall. Now it's almost 3 meters too. So these plants, what do I do with them when it's summer? This area actually of the dining room is actually a sliding door. So as you see here, this area, the half of it, you slide it on the left. Okay, so when you can just push it and it will be totally open in this area. So you see that, so it's just open in that area. So I have here 2 citrus trees, and you might wonder why I have citrus trees. Well, first of all, as what I said, I always like to have tropical plants indoors, especially when it's winter, because as you see outside, if I will show you, it's totally white. You will not see any, the only plant you will see that is okay is those plants there, which you call the arbor vitae or thuya. The rest of the plants, small plants that can still grow again, are totally covered with snow. In this year 2024, we have a lot of snow, which is not very common here in Stockholm County, because I just live very near the capital city of Sweden, which is Stockholm. So as you see now, it's just a lot of snow, and today it's one of the coldest days here in Stockholm, of course, because if you go to the north, their coldest is like negative 30 degrees Celsius. We are using Celsius, so in Fahrenheit, it's almost like 60 degrees Fahrenheit negative. But here in Stockholm County, it's not. We don't have a very cold winter. So as you see, you only see there white. So of course, if you have plants inside your house, you don't feel so much like, oh, winter, it's cold, because these plants are actually giving warmth to your houses. And in any area where you can put the plants, you have the possibility to put some plants. You don't have to have this kind of very tall plants that I have. And as what I said, we have a kind of tall ceiling here. Ceiling here is quite shorter than the ceiling there in our living room. So as you see here, I have here another citrus plant, and this citrus plant is actually called calamansi in my country. They are called in English, they just call them small limes because they actually look like limes, but they are small. And why Filipinos can, or other Asian other people from Asian country can relate. We love these small limes compared to the lemons and the big limes. If you wonder why, because we're just used to this kind of limes. And you might wonder why I should have these small limes when I can actually buy big limes here in Sweden. Well, of course, it's because it has a kind of very intensive taste that we like, okay? I actually use them. It's kind of dark here. I don't know. That one is quite okay. So now, as you see here, it's like that. And yeah, I have some other small plants there, but as you see, some of the plants here actually didn't survive. I even tried to take in an eggplant, but to see if it will survive, but no. It's just so cold. I can say that eggplants or aubergine, they really don't like when it's cold. And here I have this glass walls, and when it's very cold, it can really go in it. And another thing is that now recently we cannot just turn on our heaters as high as we can. It's because the electricity, because of the high inflation now, it's a big electricity bills. Our electricity bills are really high when it's winter. So we cannot either turn on our heaters very high. So some of the plants never make it. So there are really plants who never like cold and they don't survive. So by the way, with this lime tree, I had actually already harvested a lot of them, freeze them. You can actually freeze them. But still, I have some left here. So anytime when I want or I need them, I just take and then use them as sauce. It's a very healthy kind of sauce, that or dipping sauce. And it's only one of this. And you put soya in it. So as you see, I have only these plants. What do I do with them when it's summer? When it's summer, I have actually a room outside. That is only glass walls on both sides, on two sides. And there, they get a lot of sunlight. There, I put these plants. So when it's summertime, you don't see, I don't have these plants here. I transfer them to that room outside. It's kind of like 10 square meter room where it's glass walls, and it's an outdoor room where we can also sit there, and I just transfer all of these plants there. So as you see, money plant here, and I have this citrus plant, and yes, they like it. The citrus plants, they totally survive, but sad to say that some of the plants, they never survive. They never liked it. So anyway, those are the plants that I have here in my dining room. So every time you eat breakfast or, you know, any activity, when it's winter time, these plants just give some kind of energy to you. And it's just so nice to see that even if it's winter, it's totally white outside, you still see plants indoor. So for all those people, the plantitas, we call it, plant lovers, I hope you can get ideas of this that I have, especially Filipinos who live in other countries where you have the winter time. Thank you for watching. This is Evelyn of Liba Buhay, and see you again next time. Don't forget to subscribe.